At last, Fingon stood alone with his guard dead about him, and he fought with Gothmog until another Balrog came behind and cast a thong of fire about him. Then Gothmog hewed him with his black axe, and a white flame sprang up from the helm of Fingon as it was cloven. Gothmog, the Lord of Balrogs, is one of the most fearsome and mysterious figures from Middle-earth, playing a pivotal role during the First Age. He was the most powerful of all the Balrogs, the fiery demonic spirits originally corrupted by Morgoth from Lesser Maiar. Balrogs were beings of shadow and flame, taking the form of massive humanoid figures wielding weapons like fiery whips. Gothmog was not only the mightiest among them, but also served as Morgoth's trusted general and High Captain of Angband, the dark fortress where Morgoth reigned. Gothmog's origins can be traced back to the early days of the world, long before the sun and moon were created. Originally a Maya, a lesser Ainur created by Ilúvatar, Gothmog, like many others, was seduced by Morgoth's power and influence. Morgoth, formerly known as Melkor, was the first Dark Lord and the most powerful of the Ainur who rebelled against the will of Ilúvatar. Gothmog, along with other Maiar such as Sauron, followed Morgoth into rebellion and became one of his most loyal and destructive servants. Gothmog's might and cruelty were unmatched. He was responsible for some of the most devastating moments in the wars against the elves and the forces of good during the First Age. His earliest significant appearance was during the Dagor-nuin-Giliath, or the Battle Under Stars, which occurred before the sun and moon rose over Middle-earth. During this battle, the elves of the Noldor, led by Fëanor, landed in Middle-earth to reclaim the Silmarils, the holy jewels that Morgoth had stolen. It was here that Gothmog first made his mark, confronting Fëanor himself. Despite Fëanor's extraordinary power as the greatest of the Noldor, he was no match for Gothmog. Mortally wounded by Gothmog and his Balrog comrades, Fëanor died shortly after the encounter. This marked the beginning of a series of tragedies for the elves, with Gothmog at the center of much of the devastation. Throughout the First Age, Gothmog was a key figure in Morgoth's military campaigns. During the Nernaeth Arnoediad, or the Battle of Unnumbered Tears, one of the greatest and most disastrous battles in the history of Middle-earth, Gothmog once again demonstrated his brutal prowess. In this battle, Gothmog killed the High King of the Noldor, Fingon, a heroic leader and one of the few elves powerful enough to challenge Morgoth's dominion. The death of Fingon at Gothmog's hands was a turning point in the battle, leading to a catastrophic defeat for the free peoples of Middle-earth. Gothmog's mastery of both martial and strategic skills, combined with his raw physical power, made him nearly unstoppable in open battle. Gothmog's reign of terror did not end there. He played a pivotal role in the Fall of Gondolin, one of the last great strongholds of the elves in the First Age. Morgoth had long sought to destroy Gondolin, which had remained hidden for centuries, and when the city's location was finally betrayed, Gothmog led the assault. It was during this final battle that Gothmog met his own end, though not before inflicting immense damage on the city and its defenders. He personally slew the great elven lord Ecthelion, though in their fierce battle, Ecthelion was able to kill Gothmog by driving his spiked helmet into the Balrog's chest as they both plunged into the Fountain of the King. This was a moment of both great loss and great heroism, as the death of Gothmog marked the end of one of Morgoth's most powerful lieutenants. Gothmog's death during the Fall of Gondolin symbolized the gradual weakening of Morgoth's forces, but it also came at a high price for the free peoples. His legacy, however, lingered long after his demise. Gothmog's brutal and fiery nature epitomized the raw, destructive force that Morgoth had unleashed upon the world, and his name became synonymous with terror and death. The Balrogs, as a whole, faded into legend after the First Age, with only one known to have survived into the Third Age, famously appearing as Durin's Bane in Moria. However, none of the surviving Balrogs reached the sheer power and prominence of Gothmog. While Tolkien does not provide many specific details about Gothmog's personality or inner thoughts, his actions in the First Age reveal a being of immense cruelty, loyalty to Morgoth, and unmatched combat prowess. His presence in the text serves to underscore the overwhelming might of Morgoth's forces and the monumental challenge faced by the free peoples of Middle-earth in resisting such evil. Gothmog's story, though limited in its direct telling, represents the ultimate expression of Balrog power and the close relationship between Morgoth and his most trusted servants. In many ways, Gothmog's legacy is that of destruction, and he stands as a symbol of the elves' greatest losses during the First Age. His slaying of both Fëanor and Fingon, two of the most important elves in the history of Middle-earth, is a testament to his significance in the story of the Silmarils. Despite his eventual defeat, Gothmog's role in shaping the First Age cannot be understated, and his deeds continued to echo throughout the ages in Middle-earth, even as his kind faded into myth and shadow. That concludes our journey into the history of Gothmog. Until next time, stay vigilant against the darkness. The vault is now closed.